In this video, we're going to be going over muscles of the leg. And in the last video, we went over the bones and some specifics of the bones, primarily naming all the bones and going into great detail with them. So in this video, I'm kind of going to skip that, but I just want to kind of point out this bone, the coxal bone, the femur, the patella, the kneecap, and the tibia, because we are going to be primarily focusing on those with the muscles for extension of the leg. And if you don't know what extension of the leg is, imagine this is your leg in this bent position, and then when it is extended, we're going into this position, kind of this bent form to this straight form, and these are the muscles that we're going to be going over today. They kind of lie anterior to your leg, taking up this space of the leg, and these are going to be called the quadriceps, the legs, also known as the quads, also known as the quads. So let's dive right into it. The first muscle we're going to be going over inserts right here. He's going to come around towards the lateral edge, kind of fill out your leg, and it's an insert right at the patella, and its tendons are going to come right down to the tibial tuberosity, this bony protrusion right here. But this isn't the only place it's going to originate from. It's also going to originate, again, this is the anterior side, this is the posterior side. It's also going to originate here on the linea aspera. It's going to originate on this back side, the linea aspera of the femur. And again, let me just make this clear, where this part right here, the tibial tuberosity, and this part right here, the linea aspera, you can kind of see that they're raised and they're kind of protruding out. They're like, if you look at like a real bone and notice these landmarks, you'll see that they're kind of extending out. And again, this is a telltale sign to see if you're going to have an insertion origin on a bone. So again, originate on the linea aspera. It's going to originate up here on the top of the femur, and it's going to wrap around the entirety of your leg and insert onto the patella and the tibial tuberosity, kind of wrapping around the tibial wrapping around the patella and inserting right onto the patella and inserting right onto the tibial tuberosity. And this muscle right here is going to be called the vastus, V-A-S-T-U-S, lateralis, L-A-T-E-R-A-L-I-S, the vastus lateralis. The next muscle we're going to go over is this muscle right here. It kind of originates over here. It's going to come around towards the medial side of the leg. Let me pick a different color because I didn't realize the patella was also green. Let's say it is, let's make it a yellow. It's going to start here. It's going to come around, insert right into the patella, and it's also kind of, this insertion point is kind of also wrap around and go right onto this tibial tuberosity again. So it inserts onto the patella and the tibial tuberosity, but it also originates again over here. It's going to originate on the medial side of the linea aspera. It's going to wrap around and it's going to insert right here. So right now these muscles are kind of taking up like a large portion of what would be the thigh of your leg. And let's go with a teal. I know I used teal for the tibia, but it's kind of just forget about that. So the next muscle we're going to go on, kind of, let me pick a lighter color. It's going to start right around, it's going to start right around here and come right down onto the tibia. It's going to go right in between those two muscles, start right into the patella and go right down onto the tibial tuberosity. And this is going to be called the vastus intermediatus. And I realize now that I forgot to write vastus lateralis. I mean, not lateralis. Vastus medius. Medius meaning like, towards the middle of the body. Intermedius meaning in between, and lateralis meaning towards the outside. And these are the muscles going to take up primarily the anterior portion of your quad. But there's one more muscle that we need to cover to finish off the quads. Quads meaning 4. Let me pick a nice... let's see if we can go with a nice light. There we go. And this right here, is originating on this part of the coxal bone, the hip bone. It's called the inferior iliac spine, and this is going to run all the way down to the patella, running over the patella and running over to the tibial tuberosity, and this kind of covers the majority of the other quads, completely covering the vastus intermedius. And this one's a pretty cool muscle. This muscle is, besides for just causing extension of the leg, like we saw before, imagine this is your body, this is a leg that we're not going to focus on, it's your body, this is a leg that we're focusing on, and it's your kneecap right here, and this leg is going to come straight up. Going to come straight up, and this is called hip flexion. So again, this muscle right here, called the rectus femoris, is going to both extend the leg, keep it straight, and flex the hip. I know that sounds kind of backwards, but it's pretty cool that it's able to do like both flexion and extension. Flexion of the hip, mind you, and extension of the leg. And that's it. These 4 muscles and those insertion and origin points of the bones are really all you need to know for the leg.